Okay, so today we're going to be reacting to an Eminem song that got leaked a few months back. This one is from 2003. You can really tell by the content of the song. The song is called Smack You, and it is a Suge Knight and Ja Rule diss. It's a little bit of a continuation of from Haley's Revenge, his song that Eminem, the first diss that he did to Ja Rule. This video here is going to be brought to you by the Captain. And this video wasn't released in 2003, and for good reason. You will probably discover the reasons as we get into the video. I'll explain it a little bit more if you're not familiar with it. The scene at that time, because I lived through all of this, so I remember it. So anyway, let's get into the song to start off with, and we'll go from there. That right there should be enough of a reason to tell you, but that's actually just a Tupac sample.
Open my thug, motherfuckers know. This be the realest shit I ever wrote. It's all ours, up in the studio, getting blows. To the truest shit I ever spoke. It's all ours, open my true motherfuckers know. This be the realest shit I ever wrote. It's all ours, up in the studio, getting blows. To the truest shit I ever spoke. Come on.
So first thing I want to say is that right there is Eminem doing a Pac impression from Tupac's song Against All Odds. I've seen a lot of people with a misconception thinking that it's just him trying to imitate Tupac's lyrics. That's actually, he's not just imitating Tupac's lyrics and style, that's actually, he's quoting a song. So I hate it when I see people miss that. It bothers me. So anyway, let's get back into this.
Come on, I'm holding her responsible. The cookie monster of rap won't give Haley back an Oscar. They lost it up Ja Rule's ass. We forgot an Oscar's a statue of a naked man. He told her if she goes to take it back, that'll break her hand. But that's okay, baby. Let's leave this faggot alone. Let him have it. Next your daddy will bring you home 2 more. And remember that pretty little dress that you wore to his show to match his when we saw him perform?
Okay, first off, we have to remember this is 2003, and this is these words weren't exactly, the political correctness hadn't hit the world yet, or the cancel culture hadn't hit the world yet. The Cookie Monster rap obviously is Ja Rule. That's a name that 50 Cent coined for him, and then that's why I said this is a extension of Haley's Revenge, because he's saying he won't give Haley back her Oscar, but they forgot that that's a statue of a naked man, so he told her if she goes to take it back, he'll break her hand. Oh, that's hilarious. He would have had a better chance with saying it with the Grammys, bringing home 2 more, because he didn't actually really do any more movies, so I think that's his only Oscar that he's ever won. But it's the point of it. It's hilarious. The whole song was hilarious when the first one was released. So this just adds to it. All right, let's go.
Bring you home 2 more. And remember that pretty little dress that you wore to his show to match his when we saw him perform?
Yeah.
Well, we gon' send that to his son.
You mean the son is a girl?
No, but he likes to dress like one. And I
Said
think he's got
2003.
a daughter too. But we ain't gotta talk about his dirty ass little kids like he did to you. Cause we don't need to stoop to Ja Rule's level. Cause if we do, then that would mean that we'd only be 1'2". Then we'd be as tall as the statue we shoved up his ass. And then who knows, he might have room to fit us up there too. Alright, Binky, it's time for you to go upstairs, boo. Give daddy kisses. Can you fucking slut, where are you? Comfort Haley to bed, I'll be finished with this shit in a minute. Just in time for you to make the last call at fucking Skinny's. Hey.
Alright, so I want to talk about that a little bit. So the reason why, obviously he brought up Ja Rule's kids a little bit, but he didn't want to go into them because that's stooping to a level that's too low. But Ja Rule brought up Haley first. So that, and he he said, your mom's a crackhead, Kim's a slut, what's Haley gonna be? So that was the other reason for he said, Kim, you fucking slut. He's letting Ja Rule know that he's the only one who gets to call Kim a slut. That Ja Rule doesn't get that opportunity to diss her or say bad things to her or Haley. That only he gets that opportunity. And it's funny that he's going to Skinny's because I'm pretty sure that's a strip club on 8 Mile, if I remember correctly from back in my time living in Detroit. Yeah, it wasn't even open during that when I lived there because I lived there during COVID. But I'm pretty sure I remember driving by it a few times because that's where all of the dispensaries were located in Detroit back in 2020. So anyway, let's get back into this here, see where he's going from there.
Finish with this shit in a minute, just in time for you to make the last call at fucking Skinny's. Haley's gone, what's up now, punk? Since you brought her up, let's talk about her. Trump, you already called her a slut. Bitch, don't you ever question how we bring our daughter up. You don't even raise your kids, you're waddling Donald Duck. Fat ass bitch of a wife who lives in McDonald's does. You stay in LA, trying to poly with all the plugs, begging Suge to get him to follow you to all the clubs. But you're too dumb to see that your publishing's all he wants. Thinking you friends till he gets it.
So originally, when I heard this song, I thought it said that he stays in LA trying to poly with all the subs, but he says he's staying in LA trying to parlay with all the plugs. So he's trying to get hooked up with all the plugs in LA because of Suge, because Suge knows he knows some under the table people in the LA region, which is part of what makes Suge so dangerous. So. But yeah, all Suge wants is you're begging Suge to follow you to all the clubs, but you're too dumb to see that your publishing's all he wants. That's all he's after. Once he gets your publishing masters, it's done for you. Too many rappers have seen that. You know who I'm talking about.
You to all the clubs, but you're too dumb to see that your publishing's all he wants. Thinking you friends till he gets it, and you're the next rapper sitting on the passenger side of that Benz that gets hit again. And now the you'll be saying, who did this shit again? No one who did it, but still nobody admits it. But if I get killed for this shit, I know who did it. Y'all ain't gotta go to limits to solve it. Just expect a visit from 40 to 50 vatos on your steps, ready, set to let the shots go pop. Tell him who shot you.
So that's actually quite interesting there, because actually one time when Dre and Eminem were recording, probably somewhere around this timeline, they were at a studio recording, and Suge pulled up with about 40 to 50 vatos, as he says, and they were pressing on Dre and on Eminem, and Eminem came out strapped up. Like, what up, let's go, let's do this. And Dre had to actually restrain him from my understanding of the stories that I've heard. This Eminem comes from Detroit, and LA is pretty hard, but so's Detroit. And especially with the region that he lived in, you don't fuck around there. The people there don't fuck around. They don't take shit from people. You just don't give them shit. You don't give shit if you don't want shit. If you want shit, then say something. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. That's the region that he came from in Detroit, because I lived there, walked around there, so I can tell you from my own 2 cents that is exactly how the people act there. They acted that way then, and they still act that way today. And it might even have been worse in the day that he lived there. So, anyway, let's get back into this song here.
From 40 to 50 vatos on your steps, ready, set to let the shots go pop. Tell him who shot you.
Tell him who shot you.
Holding Suge responsible for the deaths of the 2 greatest rappers to ever grace the face of this planet.
You too.
If only the late, great Mr. Christopher Wallace could talk, he could tell you himself. I'm holding Suge responsible for the death of Ja Rule.
So, Suge Knight might not have been the direct person who ordered the hit, or who actually put the bullet into Christopher Wallace or Tupac, but he is the one responsible for dredging up the beef, for increasing the beef, increasing the tension between each side to the point where violence was actually used. Yeah, and so as light has come out, it's come out that Diddy was the one who probably put the the hit out on Pac, but nothing's come out yet about Suge Knight putting the hit out on Christopher Wallace, but he could have been on that, but so could Diddy have. They both were just basically mob bosses back in the day. I mean, in the music industry, they were mob bosses in the music industry. They treated it like it was full-on gangster, and yeah, they didn't really understand the concepts of real business. So, anyway, let's get back into this here, and we'll finish it out here.
Or anyone else down with the road. In the immortal words of Pac, speaking for me and any other rapper next to get shot. This game is gonna be the death of me, but I'm gonna expose the truth even if it kills me. This game is gonna be the death of me, but I'm gonna expose the truth even if it kills me. This game is gonna be the death of me, but I'm gonna expose the truth even if it kills me. This game is gonna be the death of me, but I'm gonna expose the truth even if it kills me. I don't know.
So this is why it wasn't released right there. Because if this would have been released, it probably would have killed him. It probably would have been the end of Eminem. He wasn't quite big enough yet. He wasn't untouchable. And Suge Knight still had the power where he was able to do things. So there's a good possibility that this would have been the end of Eminem if I'm sure it wasn't for Dr. Dre telling him not to release it. At least that's the only reason I'm going to assume that it didn't get released is because of Dr. Dre. So, alright, let's get back into it.
I don't know why the fuck you even gotta get me started. I swear to God, you gotta be retarded. You regarded the hardest working artist since Pac. Stop, no you're not, oh my God. Knock it off, jog it off his jock. You spoke on the doctor, that's vodka. That ain't y'all talking. Dre, give me the word, I'll sock him. Fuck is the problem? Let's get to the root. Herb's brother ain't the only one shooting himself in the foot.
So there, he's basically speaking on how Ja Rule, especially in his later career, he even got the tattoo to look like Tupac, started become wearing no shirt like him. He would tie the bandana around in the front just like him. So basically he was trying to imitate Pac, is what Eminem is saying. And people were starting to see it towards the end of, well, it was the height of his career, but soon to be the end of his career because of Eminem and 50 Cent. The move will ever be known as the Ja ruling. Right now, Drake is getting Ja ruled. It's not good for Drake. But anyway, off of that, you gotta be the hardest working artist since Pac. Like, stop. No, you're not. Like, who the hell do you think you are? But what I love it when he says, this cadence and flow style is so 2003, like prime Eminem. It's just he gets in his pocket. It's so good. But you spoke on the doctor. That's vodka. That ain't Ja talking. Dre, give me the word. I'll sock him. So in other words, whatever he was saying, I'm not exactly sure what he said, but he was talking some shit about Dr. Dre, obviously, when he was drunk or seeming drunk, and Eminem's like, fuck, I'll take him out and sock him myself. He's like, well, what the fuck is the problem? Let's get to the root. His brother ain't the only one who shot himself in the foot. Like Ja Rule shot himself in the foot, or is shooting himself in the foot by tagging himself up along with Suge Knight. And if history would have played out the way that if history would have repeated itself like it often does, Ja Rule would have been the next person that was found dead in the side of the car next to Suge. So, alright, let's go.
Dre, give me the word, I'll sock him. Fuck is the problem? Let's get to the root. Herb's brother ain't the only one shooting himself in the foot. To say that they jumped out of a window and hit the pavement off the Empire State Building would be an understatement. It'd be an understatement to say that they made a fatal fucking mistake. For fuck's sake, what did you just take? Let me get some of whatever you're on to be where you at. Cause you gotta be a fucking moron to even do that. Roll it up, smoking and throwing a freaking do-rag. Ja, you got outlaw on your form to see the new tat. You gotta be seeing something we don't see. Let us know if you know something.
So there, Where I love, for fuck's sake, he's like, it's an understatement to say that it would be a fatal fucking mistake. For fuck's sake, what did you just take? Let me get some of whatever you're on to be where you're at. Because you gotta be a fucking moron to even do that. Roll it up, smoke it, and throw on a fucking do-rag. You got outlaw on your forearm. Let's see that new tat. Like, I mean, it was just stupid moves that Ja Rule was making at the time. But, I mean, this would have ended his career even further than it was already ended. But what this would have done is put Eminem in danger from Suge Knight. So that's why this wasn't necessary. The train had already been put in motion to end Ja Rule's career with the first track that Eminem did, and 50 Cent constantly trolling the shit out of him like he always does. He's the king troll. So, alright, let's go.
Let us know if you know something we don't, please. Cause I just don't see the vision. You ain't even our division. You might even fucking die and it ain't even our decision. You made a deal with the devil who's giving you his permission to imitate a legend we all love so much we miss him. And now the shit's just getting disgusting cause it's sickening cause we see it but no one says a fucking thing. We just pretend that it doesn't exist but it does, and it's been itching and just eating at me so fucking much, and it just getting to the point you might as well go to Suge, the same position. Drop to your fucking knees and just suck his fucking dick and get it over with. Your reign is over.
Excuse me. Anyone who knows the time frame and knows who Suge Knight was, that single line alone could have gotten Eminem killed. Just drop your fucking knees and just suck his fucking dick and get it over with. That right there would have been the line that probably pissed him off the most out of this song. But also, like I said, he's talking about how he made a deal with the devil, who's Suge Knight, who's giving his permission to imitate a legend that everybody loves because he's imitating Tupac, or trying to imitate Tupac. And like I said, everybody sees it, but nobody says a fucking thing. People were starting to say something at that around this time. But yeah, and then he's like, your reign is over with, and you know this shit. You still want to notice it, and you want to notice it. So, that growl that cadence, just, it's so prime Eminem. Like, it's not replicated. Nobody else can really flow like that very well, or do it as well as he can anyway. This is prime Eminem at his peak right here. So, alright, let's go.
Position, drop to your fucking knees and just suck his fucking dick and get it over with. Your reign is over with and you know this shit. You just don't want no one to notice it. That Jonesy shit ain't even entertaining. You're crying, your voice is straining like you're dying. But look in the sky, it ain't even raining. Come out of the rain. Thug motherfuckers know.
Voice is straining like you're dying.
It's all lost up in the studio.
It ain't even entertaining, you're crying. But look in the sky, it ain't even raining. Come out of the rain, man.
True motherfuckers know. Be the realest shit I ever wrote. It's all lost up in the studio, getting blowed to the truest shit I ever spoke.
Outro.
It's all lost.
I love the old school intro outros. The way to set up a song. Intro, outro, verse, chorus, verse, outro. That's the song.
Stupid, I'm gonna make you shut up once I get out there.
Haley.
Smack you in the face.
Yeah, that's a diss song right there. I mean, he would have ended Ja Rule, which he already did, but he would have pissed off Suge Knight a ton. It would have ignited even. It could have brought the whole East Coast West Coast feud back up. Yeah, there would have been massive implications on hip hop if this song would have ever been released in like 2003-ish to like 2005-ish time. Obviously, Suge Knight started to slowly lose power, and then eventually he put himself in prison. So somehow he still has a show, though, even in prison. It's not the only one either who has a show while they're in prison. Those collect phone calls must be a bitch. You gotta get expensive for those networks. Oh, it's not funny, but it's funny. If you know, you know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the video. You've probably seen it before, but I just wanted to do it again. I like the song, and I didn't want to do it before I was sure that I wasn't going to get in trouble for it. So, all right, have a good one, everyone.